Okay, so you've gone through basically just a good chunk of learning some basic SQL stuff. The textbook gave you a different type of join that went to the left, right, outer, inner joins. That's the stuff above what you are going to need for this class, but not bad to look at. If you need things that are beyond what we've learned here, Access has a lot of resources produced from Microsoft, as well as tutorials that everybody makes for different things. And Libre has some. And they have their base book, but they're a little bit more point and click on that. So you're better off just doing general searches about SQL stuff. Other stuff that is beyond the scope of this little crash course of SQL is actually doing the SQL security. And I think the few of you who have SQL experience already was kind of hoping for some of this stuff. But we just don't have time because this is a crash course in databasing. So DCL is our security language stuff. So this is where we're going to be giving access or revoking access to access. So this is where you're going to be actually restricting users from doing stuff. So just know that it's possible, but it's beyond the scope of what we can do in this class. Likewise, you can write queries about asking about the data system itself, like how many tables does this database have? That's a thing. So if you need stuff like that, you have search terms in which you can explore more on your own in all your free time that everybody has. And the third thing to note is that SQL is embedded in a lot of other languages. And these are some of the more techie languages like C++ and Java and all that kind of stuff. I've mentioned before that I've used SQL in R before, which is a stats programming language that we use in our psychology classes. And what I was doing was doing these unions and joins and those kind of things in order to get data from multiple surveys put together, because my data was a little complex that I was assembling. Without SQL, it would have been a little harder to do what I wanted to do. So sometimes you end up using SQL in other programs, and a lot of programs have that kind of built-in capability. And that's why, even though a lot of the things that we've gone through, you can do with point and click in Access, you never know when the need will come up in other things that you're doing. Yeah, so that is the wrap up for SQL. I am going to look up a few things that people have asked me for, but I will add those in probably into the mega site instead of in this, just because I want to make sure that I get this out to you. And the others will take a little bit more research time. All right, so for next week, what do we need to have going? We have more homework to do. So we have a homework assignment that's very similar to what we did do already. And we also have the ethics book discussion for sections 3 and 4. So that's your big deliverables coming up out of this. And then, yeah, you should just continue working on your ERDs. I'll get comments to you as fast as my brain will allow. And yeah, from there, you should be doing your schemas and then starting to get that stuff into your databases so you can start figuring it out. What kind of queries and stuff you might want to be doing on your databases. All right. See you in class.